Hi, welcome to Shanghai Eye here on Dragon TV. Monday to Friday, we bring you the latest stories to explain and decode China, and we have a big focus here on Shanghai with business, arts and culture and sports. I'm Timothy Pope. As this year marks the conclusion of China's 14th five-year plan period, the nation is moving towards its 15th five-year plan. Now, given the new global trade and cooperation landscape, it's more critical than ever to see how big multinationals position themselves in China. Zhang Shixuan spoke to the global heads of two industrial giants.
For the past 5 years, the Chinese economy has undoubtedly been in the global spotlight, with the changes in its tech development, real estate market, and how it's managed to navigate the headwinds of growing global uncertainty.
I'm here to find out if these trends are having any impact on the mindset of foreign investors.
From products as large as elevators for residential compounds,
So there is still room for growth in the residential.
Absolutely, this is growth.
to high-end glass materials small as a needle.
Those little parts, we do this in millions and millions and millions. Those are airbag igniters.
So you're produced in China,
Yes, we're producing that in
starting
China
from this year.
from this year,
Wow.
from June. This is our newest addition to the semiconductor industry. It's a very, very special glass, which we had not before in our portfolio.
For the first time available for Chinese semiconductor makers.
Correct.
Among the 4,000 overseas firms at the annual China International Import Expo, it's anything but hard to hear such introductions and comments.
But we always roll it out first here.
So first time ever in the world,
For us, an AI agent for the cab interface.
and you develop it here in
Absolutely,
China.
here in Shanghai.
Despite the big changes in China's property sector in the past few years, US-based elevator maker Otis now has its world's largest R&D center in Shanghai. The company's just released its new smart elevator in the city, mainly for residential use.
This elevator looks larger than the normal one.
It is. As we think about aging population, the buttons are twice as large as normal, the font's larger. And we even have the ability, if you have your pet, you can actually push a button, so if people don't want to get in the elevator because a dog is in there, they don't have to. The other thing is we have an extra camera here, so if a pet's coming in and the leash is still out here, it won't allow the doors to close.
With more than 10 million elevators, China is the world's largest elevator market.
We've more than doubled in the last 5 years how many units we service. And now with this refurbishment move and with the focus on quality of living and upgrading buildings, that's going to be a bigger market, and that's going to grow 20+% every year.
The company's also held a global debut of an AI-driven elevator system, which was developed right in Shanghai.
Our speed to market is faster in China than anywhere else in the world, which is why we have our largest lead design center. Our high-rise we export everywhere in the world, and the escalators primarily to Asia Pacific, but also at times to other parts.
The rising tech capability of China has been a hot keyword among global tech developers. That also includes German-based glass material maker Schott. The company's recently started production of an automobile airbag igniter in China.
The most vivid investment that we're doing right now is in the igniter in the automotive industry. Because with the new energy vehicles, which are dominating the world market out of China, we have to be here.
Well, it took me around the company's booth at the Import Expo to see the company's latest imports and products in China on semiconductors, space astronomy, automobiles, and consumer electronics.
This is a reflective waveguide.
For AR glasses.
We introduced that last year at CIIE. Now we're ready to scale it up, and there are first even glasses out there already on the market. They are being produced right now, and they're going to be, for the Christmas period, they're going to be out there
In China?
in China.
In a communique of the fourth plenary session of the 20th Central Committee of the Communist Party of China, it was stated that China will keep its focus on the real economy and work faster to boost China's strengths in manufacturing, product quality, aerospace, transportation, and cyberspace. This strategy is sure to bring greater prospects for foreign investors during the next 5 years.
Looking at the agenda of the five-year plan, obviously we see space technology, space tech, astronomy, we see 6G, AI developments, and in all of those new dynamic markets that we're talking about, semiconductor, glass and glass materials play a vital role in it, and we're happy to contribute that not only from Germany, where we're based, but also with investments taking place in China, for China, and for the world. We would like to install here an innovation center in China, which is equal to what we have in Europe.
Rising global uncertainties do not appear to have halted the foreign firm's desire to continue development in China.
We have really tied strong bonds and ties with China since almost 50 years. So there are established partnerships that we have with our customers, with the government. So there's no reason that I'm concerned that this is not going to be the way in the next years to come. I'm pretty happy with what we have, a strong footprint. We've been producing in China for over 20 years, our products, and this is going to be the way forward anyway.
China aims to transform its healthcare system through its Healthy China 2030 vision, and we're just 5 years away from that deadline. Zhang Shixuan talked to German pharma giant Boehringer Ingelheim's China CEO to find out more about the business growth and the company's future prospects.
3 products on human pharma this year.
In a single year.
In a single year.
A lot of things happened this year for Boehringer Ingelheim in China.
Yes.
The German pharmaceutical giants got 3 medicines for stroke, lung cancer, and pulmonary fibrosis registered in China just this year.
So everything's accelerated.
Everything is accelerating.
What about in the future? Are you anticipating more medicines going to the market even more quickly?
We have a strategy called China Key, and this China Key strategy is ensuring that all our clinical trials happen in China at the same time that it happens outside the world.
Medicines that are in urgent demand for chronic disease patients.
On patients who are really severe, the lifespan of them is from 3 to 5 years. In China, around 3 million stroke patients happens per year.
And ensure a faster treatment.
From 1.5 hours to 10 seconds.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And it's no surprise that an additional 5 billion in investment is on the agenda for more R&D in China during the next 5 years.
If you were using 3 words to describe the pharmaceutical industry in China, what would that be?
Scale, innovation, speed. Steady development, opening up.
Mohammed Tawil is the CEO of Boehringer Ingelheim Greater China. What's kept him busy this week is the ongoing annual China International Import Expo, a gathering of more than 4,000 overseas companies from 155 countries, regions, and international organizations.
Mr. Tawil.
Hey, hi, how are you?
Nice
Pleasure
to meet
meeting
you.
you. It is my first time over here and it's very exciting, I have to say. High energy. I would say I feel very proud. The Premier talked about how China is attracting innovation, attracting multinationals in order to use China as a hub for their innovation. And I really stand on that, and I want to reiterate that in the last 5 years, we saw a lot of openness, a lot of fairness in terms of looking at the system and the ecosystem of the pharma business. And also we saw clear directions when it comes to speeding up the regulations, the reforms that are happening. And that is in fact a very key thing for us. And if you want confidence in business, you bring transparency. And this is what we saw. And today the Premium talked about this transparency that is happening and how much is it welcoming for foreign investments to happen. And many of the deals that is happening right now on new molecules or new disease modalities is actually coming from China. So for us, China is not only a market for, to have our products in, but also a market to look at innovation, to look at the research and development that is happening and try to see where we can acquire to really bring this innovation and upscale it towards world products, not only for China. Allow me to show you two stands. One stand is around stroke. Earlier products, they used to be taken drip for 1.5 hours. And these patients, every minute is a brain cell. And the more that you delay, the worse the patient can get. But with a product like Metalize, the patient takes the medication, 10 seconds, the products start working and dissolving like law. This is another product that we are launching very soon.
Pulmonary fibrosis.
This is the only trial since 10 years that proved that there's a survival rate of 50% for the patients who are on this product.
Last month, Boehringer Ingelheim began local production of its flagship anti-diabetic drug at its Zhangjiang human drug production base in Shanghai.
In the next 5 years, we are going to also invest with another 5 billion RMB on research and development clinical trials. but also the footprint has production sites. And I'm very happy to share with you that we have a product called Trajanta, which is for diabetes, and there are around 2.5 million patients in China which are using this product. The good thing is that now the supply is maintained 100% because the product is going to be produced in China. But the good thing is it's not only produced China for China, but also China for the world. From a scale, number of patients, number of population for sure, China tops the world when it comes to that. When it comes to also market environment, also the environment is becoming much more positive towards the multinationals to compete in.
5 years ago, when China began its 14th five-year plan, the company initiated a project called China Key.
We have a project called China Key, which started 5 years ago, and now we're harvesting this. Healthcare 2030 is clear signals, but the future is very bright, I have to say. With the openness, with the mindset that we have across China, I think we are much more motivated as a multinational to further explore how we could really bring our research and innovation to the market.
If you've got any questions for us, you can find us on all the socials. We always love hearing from you. And of course, you can find our program here every day, Monday to Friday on Dragon TV. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.